and I believe there's the exact times. I believe
gotta
it's
turn
8
the
a.m.
mute
to
button
5
off.
p.m. on March 22nd.
Sorry about that.
But additional details can be found on their Facebook page as well. K0QDW.
All right, Brad, thanks for the announcement there. Appreciate it. I do have a couple other short announcements for everybody that's listening tonight. First of all, we want to invite you to the next meeting of the Nixa Amateur Radio Club. That's on Saturday, February the 8th at 6 p.m. at the Aldersgate Church in Nixa. Beforehand, we'll have VE testing at 4:30. At the meeting, Alan Music, Whiskey Foxtrot 5 uniform, will be presenting about installing a tower at your QTH. So we'll have some pictures and some pointers regarding safe and effective tower installations at your house. So whether you're trying to improve your station or just installing a tower to support your antennas, to get them higher, this will be a great meeting that you won't want to miss. A little bit of housekeeping here. If you've not renewed your dues for 2025, we would greatly appreciate it if you do so online. You can go to www.nixahams.net, click on the Join NARC button across the top, and then once you have gone there, you can select single or family. And after you've renewed, you can confirm your renewal is complete by going to the club roster and scrolling down the bottom of the page and making sure that your name is on the 2025 roster. For those of you that paid in November and December, online or in person, I do have your information there, and it should be added to the roster soon if it hadn't already. I haven't looked tonight. Some other interesting scheduled events that you may want to attend. We have the Hams Around the Ozark Breakfast. That is the first Saturday of every month at 8 a.m. at the Golden Corral at 2020 East Primrose in Springfield. That's for any amateur or even people that aren't amateurs or maybe just interested in the hobby. Invite everybody to go out and eat breakfast. The second is the Polk County Amateur Radio Club meeting, and that is the second Tuesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. And you can go to the Polk County Amateur Radio Club's Facebook page for more details. There are some other nets of interest that you might want to check into, starting with tomorrow night. Fridays at 7:30 is the Region D Aries SMLRS net. That's on any SMLRS repeater. Then we have the Polk County ARC net on Mondays at 7 p.m. That's on the 14706, the 443675, and the 442425 repeaters. Echolink node K0NXA-L or All-Star 565500. Next, we have the Region D Aries 6-meter net. That's Mondays at 7:30. That's on the 53.27 repeater, All-Star node 551050. We have the Ozarks All-Digital net on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Don't know, look like there might have been some hiccups this week with that, but normally you can check in on Talk Group 31291 on DMR, NXDN, and P25, and the Fusion 31291 room. If you're interested in 220 megahertz, we have the combined Springfield Sedalia Spark 220 megahertz net. That's every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. via the 224.28 repeater, PL 162.2 hertz. Or you can go with Echolink K0NXA-L and also node 565500. And lastly, we had the Greene County Aries net every Thursday at 8 p.m. Following this net on the 147.225 repeater. For more club and other information, you can always subscribe to our groups.io email reflector, or you can go to the Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for K0NXA and follow the club there. All right, we'll go ahead and take any portable, mobile, or short-time stations that like to check into the net. Please call now.
KE5NUG, Kilo Echo 5, November Uniform Golf, no traffic.
Hey, if you're watching the stream, jump in the chat, say hi.
KC0PKT.
Kilo Quebec 0, Quebec short time, no traffic. Whiskey 5, Oscar Delta Foxtrot, W5ODF, Mike and Nixa on an HT.
Kilo 0, Delta Sierra, AK0DS, Kent and Ozark on HT. Kilo Lima, 2 Lima Zulu, KL 2LZ. Dan, North Springfield at Bellows Lake on HT.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Foxtrot Uniform, KF0 GFU, David in Battlefield on the 015, no traffic, short time.
Kilo Charlie 0 Indy Yankee India, KC0 IY, Jim and Nixa on the Republic 440, short time, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Mike Juliet, KE0 OMJ, Roger and Ozark on the Nixa 27, no traffic, short time.
Whiskey Foxtrot 5 Uniform WF5U, Allen, East Edge of Springfield, short time, no traffic.
All right, we'll go ahead and stop there. And we'll acknowledge several stations here. Go back to the top of the list. We had Kenny, Kilo Echo 5, November Uniform Golf. In Springfield, and we had Aaron, Kilo Charlie 0, Papa Kilo Tango, and Nixa. We had Lance, Kilo Quebec 0 Quebec in Springfield. We had Mike, Whiskey 5, Oscar Delta Foxtrot in Nixa. Then we had Kent, Alpha Kilo 0 Delta Sierra in Ozark. We had Dan, Kilo Lima 2 Lima Zulu in North Springfield. Then we had David in Battlefield, Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Foxtrot Uniform. We had Jim and Nixa, Kilo Charlie 0 India Yankee India. We had Roger and Ozark, Kilo Echo 0 Oscar Mike Juliet. And then Alan, Whiskey Foxtrot 5 Uniform. Kent, I think you're the only one I didn't mark down for no traffic. Did you have anything further than that tonight?
No traffic. AK0DS.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for checking in there, and appreciate it. Hope to hear you on next week, and we'll go ahead and take one more round of anyone that's portable, mobile, or short time. Please call now. Hearing no one else on the category, is there anyone that's connected via All-Star or Echolink? All-Star node 565, 503, or Echolink K0NXA-L that would like to check in, please call now.
This is Kilo Alpha 0, Kilo Delta Whiskey, KA0 KDW, Brad via All-Star, Northeast Polk County off the Lewisburg repeater.
I got one station there. Brad, KE0 KDW, connected via All-Star via the 147.255 repeater. Brad, thanks for checking in. So we're going to open the net up now for anyone. Any on all stations would like to check into tonight's net, please call now. This is KB0 NHX, net control.
Kilo Echo 6 Golf Alpha Echo, KE6GAE, Dave in Rogersville on the 442 machine.
This is K5PJR, Pacific Japan Radio, K5PJR on the 015, and I'm also in Rogersville.
Whiskey 0 Alpha Victor, W0AV, Jeff in Cape Fair on the 015 repeater and no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 0 Tango Kilo Victor, KB0 TKV, Dave in Sparta on the
442.425 Republic machine. No traffic.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a standby there and acknowledge 4 stations. The first is David, Kilo Echo 6, Alpha Echo in Rogersville. David, do you have anything for us tonight?
Yeah, good evening, James. I don't have a whole lot. I do want to remind everybody that Orr's Ham Fest is coming up March, I think it's the 22nd, down there at the Mart. I know I guess we'll be doing the testing for him down there, but just want to remind everybody that Ham Fest season is starting, and that's the first Ham Fest of the year. Other than that, thanks for doing the net tonight, James. KE6GAE back to net control.
Yep, that'll be here before we know it, and hopefully with good spring weather as well. So it's just a couple months out. So thanks for making that announcement, David. And then we had Tony, Kilo 5, Papa Juliet Romeo, and also in Rogersville. Tony, good to hear you. Got a great signal on the 015 tonight. Then we had Jeff, Whiskey 0, Alpha Victor, in the big town of Cape Fair. Good signal, Jeff, also on the 015. And then we had Dave in Sparta, Kilo Bravo 0, Tango Kilo Victor. Good signal on the 442-425. Thanks for checking in, everybody. And with that, we'll go ahead and open it up for any further check-ins. This is KB0, NHX, Net Control.
K5PJR, I have a question.
For Sean and Aurora.
All right. Acknowledge Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta, Sean and Aurora. Sean, did you have any traffic tonight?
No, Dave kind of beat me to it, but we do have the Simplex net coming up here in about 15 minutes on 146.460 for anybody who wants to check in on the Simplex net. That's all. Thanks for running the net, James. K0M80.
All right, Sean, thanks for checking in and for the reminder on the Simplex net. And then we'll go back up to Tony there. He had a question, Kilo 5, Papa Juliet Romeo. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, I was wondering if anybody knows anyone that has a functioning narrow band 24 gigahertz transceiver.
Baby James?
Functioning 24 gigahertz receiver. Well, I can tell you if I had to guess, you'd probably be the only person that I know of immediately comes to mind in the area. If anyone else on the net is up on 24 gig, let us know.
A functioning 24 gigahertz receiver.
I am beginning to feel lonesome.
Yeah, I could see that. 24 gig could be a hard sell. Hard to find someone there. Obviously, you're highly directional. So I bet if Dave was in town, he might have some 24 gig gear. So glad you got a chance to meet up and talk with him out at the Hamfest in November. All right, with that, we'll go and open the net up for one more call for any check-ins. And then after this round, I'll go ahead and do just a quick recap of the announcements, and then we'll see if there's any latecomers to the net that would like to check in. So anyone else, any and all check-ins, please call now. KB0 NHX, Net Control.
Kilo Echo 0, Zulu Kilo Mike.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Whiskey Alpha.
Yes. 27 and no other traffic.
Wow, there was a whole bunch of doubles there.
This is WD0NTC.
Kilo Mike 6, Alpha Oscar Bravo, KM6, AOV, Ralph Bolivar on the 015.
All right, we'll go ahead and stop there. I had 5 more stations. I had Marvin, Kilo Echo Zero, Zulu Kilo Mike. And then I had the next station, I'll make sure, is Matthew, Kilo Foxtrot Zero, Lima Whiskey Alpha. Is that correct?
Correct, KF0LWA.
All right. I've not talked to you on the net before, so I'm curious what repeater you're on and where you're located.
Yeah, I'm in the Hartville area. I'm using 147015 out of Springfield. First time actually using this repeater or the link repeater system at all. Would love to know how I sound. I'm using about 25 watts. Probably could use less. Other than that, no traffic. Thanks for running the net, and thanks for letting me check in.
All right, Matthew, yeah. No, you're perfectly readable into the net. Good audio. There is some static with you, but it's not really affecting being copyable, mainly because you have such good, strong audio. And then, yeah, you probably know Johnny out there. He usually checks in. He has not checked in for a couple weeks that I've heard anyway, but I know he's out of Hartville as well. So anyway, yeah, you're welcome to check in. Good to hear you. And anytime, check in. We're here every Thursday night. Then I had Sean, Kilo Echo Zero, Juliet Golf India, mobile, I'm sure. Then we had WB0 NTZ in Bolivar, followed by another Bolivarite, Ralph, Kilo Mike 6, Alpha Oscar Bravo. Did I miss any stations there on that last list? Okay. I know we had a double in there, but I think I caught all of them. Actually, I think it was a triple, just to make it more interesting. All right, so we'll go ahead and recap the announcements real quick here, and then we'll see if anyone else wants to check in. All right, so first off, the next meeting of the Nixa Amateur Radio Club is coming up on Saturday, February the 8th at 6 p.m. That's at the Aldersgate Church in Nixa. Allen Whiskey Foxtrot 5 uniform will be presenting about installing a tower at your QTH. He'll have some pictures and some pointers regarding his installs that he's done in the last year. So if you're wanting to improve your home station for whatever reason, installing a tower to support your antennas and get them up higher is a great option. So if you want to learn more about installing a tower and doing it safely, and some of the things to watch out for, this would be a great meeting for you. Also, if you haven't renewed or if you want to join the Nixa Amateur Radio Club for 2025, the dues are $15 for an individual or $20 for a family, which is anyone living in your house under your roof. You can do that online. It's the best way to do it. You can go to www.nixahams.net. Go up to Join NARC on the top of the website, and then click on either single or family. And once you have done that, you can go back to the Join NARC and scroll down to the bottom of the page where it has the club roster, and your name should be on there. So for those of you that have paid in November and December, either online or in person at a meeting, I've got the information sent over to the webmaster, and I have not looked today to see if it's on there.
My phone's blowing up.
But I know that it will be on there at some point. So anyway, thank you there. And we are still, because of, well, we had mentioned at the last meeting about the Branson Repeater Project. We were fairly confident we had enough money. Now we've realized that we may not. So we got some quotes back that are a little bit more than what they were to begin with because of, well, it's been a year. So anyway, if you'd like to help out with that, you can also go there to the nixahams.net and to the donate button there. And I think there's a donate link across the top of the page. It's not on the join page, it's just across the top. Also, we want to make sure and let everybody know about the Hams Around the Ozarks breakfast that happens on the first Saturday of every month at 8 a.m. at the Golden Corral at 2020 East Primrose in Springfield. That's by Best Buy on the south side of Springfield, right off of Glenstone. And then the Polk County ARC meeting happens on the second Tuesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. And if you want more details on that, you go to the Polk County Amateur Radio Club's Facebook page, and you can just check or just do a search for Polk County Amateur Radio there, and you'll be able to find that information. All right, with that, are there any late check-ins to tonight's net? And by late, I don't mean tardy. It's just maybe you've been busy doing other things, watching some commentary on the upcoming Chiefs game this weekend, or whatever. If you'd like to go ahead and check in now, we'd like to have it. Please call KB0 NHX Net Control.
KF0HOD, Kilowatt Fox 0, Hotel Oscar Delta Bob in Aurora. No traffic.
WF5U, recheck.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Sierra Victor Delta, KF0, SVD Hunter checking in out of Branson, Missouri tonight, no traffic.
If you're still watching, Sean.
All right, we got a couple more there on a recheck. We'll go ahead and acknowledge the new check-ins there. Bob, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Hotel Oscar Delta in Aurora. And then Hunter, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Sierra Victor Delta. Hunter, looks like a newer call sign to me. Just curious how long you've had your license, and maybe you're checking in via Echolink tonight?
If I don't answer right away on the Simplex net, come back to me. That means I'm still streaming.
Yeah, I'm checking in via Echolink tonight. I got my license at the 1st of January. I took my test in December, and then they issued my call sign around the 1st of January. So I am a newer ham.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear.
Well, congratulations and welcome. And your Echolink station sounds good up here in the Springfield area. And you're welcome to check in every Thursday night. And if you ever have any questions or whatever, as you pursue the hobby and whatever, just this net's a good place to ask it. We'll help out however we can. So thanks for checking in tonight. And then, Alan, go ahead with your recheck.
James, I didn't catch who it was, but somebody was interested in a transceiver for 2.3 gigs, and they might. I've known him for decades. Haven't seen him in probably at least a decade or two. Rex Meyer. He used to be KQ0Z, but QRZ shows his call now Whiskey 0 Victor X-Ray Victor. He's on East Farm Road 116, north edge of Springfield. But his, I know he was into that, and then there's a QRZ page. He's got a line in here in the past, worked a lot of the bands up to it, including 2304 megahertz, all modes. And if you, he's on QRZ, his email is there is W0VXB.
Greatly appreciate it.
But
jump in the chat and say hi.
I saw where he was getting rid of a bunch of his gear on Larry's list in the not too distant past. So he might be a source for a 2.3 gig transceiver if the gentleman looking for that is still on. So that's all I had to add. So back to net WF5U.
He's wanting somebody to talk with.
All right, Alan, I appreciate it. And Tony, if you are listening, I just went ahead and grabbed a copy of that off of QRZ and emailed it to you, so you can check your inbox there. And maybe you can reach out to Ralph. You know, that's a name and a call sign I haven't heard in a long time as well. So thanks for bringing that up, Alan. All right, well, we'll go ahead and secure the net. I want to thank everybody that checked in tonight. And we'll say 73, and we hope to hear you all next week. Let's see here. What is next week? Looks like next week is the 5th Thursday, and normally that would be me, but I switched with Paul. So I believe Paul will be in that control next week. That's Kilo Echo Zero Mike Papa India. He was out of town for work this week. So anyway, everybody check in next week and say hi to Paul. We'll say 73, KB0NHX, returning the repeaters back to normal operation. And just as a reminder, they will remain linked up until 9 p.m. if you want to try out some of those wild and crazy bands. 7-3.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Like I said, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I need to get switched over to the Simplex net. And, yep, get switched over to the Simplex net. Sean, KU0MAD, is running the net. He's out of Aurora. If you're in Southwest Missouri, if you can't hear him on your verticals, I can hit him. I can get to him from Rogersville on my vertical. If you can't hear him on your vertical, wait till he starts spinning the beam around, and he starts from Aurora. He starts out pointing southeast, and then he goes around, goes all the way back around to the southwest. And I'll pretty much guarantee you, if you can't hear him on your vertical, if you're in the Southwest Missouri area, once he starts going around on that beam, you will hear him. The net's on 146.460. It is a Simplex net. So if you're watching the stream and you got the radio to where you can do 146.460, and you're in Southwest Missouri, jump on the net, see if you test your equipment out, see how well it works. But I do thank everybody for stopping by KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. This is where ham radio comes to life. We can all learn this ham radio stuff together. Please give me a like, give me a subscribe. 73, y'all. Hopefully everybody has a good evening.